I just want to say how happy I am that you are doing Martha, Josie and the Chinese Elvis this season at Scarborough. It's the third play that I ever wrote. And it's 20 years old now. I was obviously 8 when I wrote it. But I know it's 20 years old because it was the year that I got married, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But it's a comedy, and it's about a very ordinary woman called Josie who lives in Bolton, and it's a significant birthday for her, and she lives with her daughter Brenda-Marie, who has learning difficulties. And we also meet her cleaner, Martha, who is Irish and has obsessive compulsive disorder, which is quite good for a cleaner, actually. But we find out that there's a bit of tragedy, a bit of sadness in the house. But Josie's client, it's terrible when a writer can't remember their own play, isn't it? Josie has a client who is determined that she's going to have a really nice birthday. And so he organises a party for her, and he invites a Chinese Elvis impersonator. So it's a fun-filled evening, and it's an evening full of Elvis songs, but it's also an evening of revelation, and they also have a second unexpected guest that night. And by the end of the evening, everything has been transformed, and that was really what I wanted to write about. I wanted to write a joyous comedy about transformation, and it's so brilliant that it's on at Scarborough, because I was really influenced by Alan when I started writing. Well, I've always been quite influenced by him, and how brilliant he is with structure in his comedies. Obviously how funny they are, but that there is also a darkness and an edge in his work. And I think Martha, Josie and the Chinese Elvis has that as well. But the other reason why I'm really happy that you're doing it at Scarborough is it's where I met my husband. And I was an actress for a very short time before I became a writer. And I worked at the Stephen Joseph Theatre in its former incarnation, and not in the new building. And I met Paul Baisley, who was my husband. We had an amazing summer in a brilliant company. Malcolm Hebden was part of it. You know him obviously very well as Norris from Coronation Street, and Leslie Nichol, who went on to be the cook in Downton Abbey, and then my husband as well, who is more famous as Troy from Benidorm. But we spent the whole summer in Scarborough going to the Harbour Bar and visiting the castle and where Anne Bronte was buried, and just having the most idyllic, lovely summer in Scarborough. So it's really close to my heart, and I'm really looking forward to coming and seeing the play and being in Scarborough again.